Can you tell me about Mobile ROI and your role in it?
Sure. MobileROI is a mobile automation platform, and that connects brands with the customer and follows through the customer journey. And I'm the MobileROI. I'm the CTO, co-founder and CTO at MobileROI.
And what does CTO do in a company like this?
Well, I run product and technology for the company. I have a large team in India of engineers and data scientists. And yeah, I run the whole product and technology in the company.
Can you tell me about the product?
Yeah, sure. With MobileROI, brands get a chance to connect to the customers, and what that means is that now these days we have computers in our pocket. We walk around with our computers in our pockets, and it's on 24 hours. So how do actually brands take advantage of that, and customers get the best out of what they share? They really share their location, right? And where they are at what time, at what place. So we capture the intent, the time of the day, and the location of the customer, and we have the brand connect with the customers using all the external and situational factors around them. For example, is it raining outside? Is there an event going on in the area? What's really going on around the customer, where the customer can be given the right information at the right time by the consumer. And in this, we also use external sensors, such as beacons, for example. So say if a customer walks into a store that is beacon enabled, as soon as the customer walks in, the brand can actually connect to the customer, knowing the history of the customer. Why is the customer here? What has the customer done in the past? What is the paid, owned, and earned media around this customer, so that the customer can be given the best customer service, plus the rules of engagement in the product, which the CMO can actually create these rules of engagement, so that the engagement with the customer at the right time is done in the physical and the digital environments.
Have you started to collect data, and if so, how are you using it?
Sure. So the data that we have, or we understand and mine really well, is what's happening around the customer, what's happening in the area where the customer is at real time. For example, how's the weather at that point? Is there an event happening in the area? What's going on around the customer? Plus, what is the intent of the customer coming into a store, for example? Has the customer actually searched offline for, say, a yellow sweater? If he or she has, and walks into the store, at this time the brand understands that the situation around this customer is probably this customer just came out of an event and is now probably going to his or her next station, which is probably shopping, right? So they come into the shopping, and the brand understands the customer at this point. So the point of data that we collect around the customer is the situation around the customer at that time and that place. From there, for the brands that collect, we provide a platform where the brands can actually understand the customer well, of the intention of the customer at the time of the day and the situation around the customer.
Can you give me an example of how a brand would interact with a customer? So I'm getting out of the movie is located in a mall.
Sure.
I'm walking by a fast food restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
How would I be contacted? How would I be interacted with?
Yeah, sure. So you come out of a movie. You're crossing a fast food joint, and at this time, given the time of the day, whether it's lunch or dinner, this brand can actually understand that the movie or a show just ended, and now, or the weather is bad outside. It's probably snowing outside, and at this point, this person needs to probably have a lunch or dinner. And now the joint contacts the customer saying, because it's snowing outside, whatever the situation is, lunch or dinner, we offer 10% off to you at this point. Come in and get more loyalty points with us for the future as well. But come in at this point and have lunch or dinner with us at this time.
So Mobile ROI connects the digital with the physical landscape. How does that happen?
So if you think about it, right, we have URLs for the digital world. Now, what happens with the physical world is that as soon as we have external sensors, for example, we have beacons installed in these physical locations, certainly a user when walks into the store is now identified as a VIP or whoever this gold, platinum, whatever user it is in the system, and certainly the brand now connects with this user in, if you will, in a digital manner. So suddenly now these stores have become from having no identification in the digital world to suddenly having actually a URL, because now this location is connected to this user, and there's all this data in this customer and customer journey that this brand can now link to from the digital space to the physical space.